These ribs are going to start with a rub, and I will have all the ingredients and measurements down and below. And this rub is absolutely amazing. I think it stands up on its own, doesn't need any sauce to accompany it. A little bit of heat, a little bit of sweet, just full of flavor. So once you get all the ingredients in the bowl, you're going to take a whisk just to combine here. And you will need to get your hands a little bit dirty because that brown sugar, you're going to want to crush up any of the clumps that go with it. Once it's all smooth, I like to use a shaker bottle to apply the rub to the ribs, but if you don't have one, you can just sprinkle it on however you like, but be liberal with it. And this is enough to do 3 racks of ribs. Next, I'm going to take the membrane off using a spoon to get underneath the membrane and between the bone. Some people say you don't have to do it. I've had good luck. It comes off a lot easier than this sometimes. I'm kind of riding the struggle bus here, but once you get it where you need it, it should pull right off. All right, next we're going to trim these up. The thin side and any, you want to remove the thin side and any big fat nodules. The thin pieces will just char and be dry. Nobody likes that. So you're going to season liberally, both sides. Back side, front side, sides. And once you get that on there, make sure you give that rub a little reassuring pat to let it know it's going to do great things here in a minute. Turning our attention to the smoker, I'm going to set it for 275 and as much smoke as it will put out, which is level 10 on my smoker. But we're also going to use some supplemental smoke here with a smoke tube. And this is what a brand new smoke tube looks like. And these are what mine look like. So you fill these with pellets. I'm using hickory, and about 20 minutes before you put the ribs on, go ahead and get those lit and then blow them out. After an hour sitting with the rub, this is what your ribs should look like. That salt will draw moisture to the top and dissolve the salt, a little bit of the brown sugar, so you don't need a binder. Everything sticks great. You notice I've got a water pan in there. That's going to help regulate the temperature and add some moisture to the protein. Now, using 3 smoke tubes, and when you set these in there, I like to set them on the opposite side of the smoke tube so the smoke draws across the protein. Now we're going to let this go for an hour. After an hour, I pulled out my app, sitting inside. Camp Chef app works great. Crank it up to 275, and we are going to set it and forget it. Now we had a little bit of a mishap here, power failure during this cook, but I had a jackery and it worked great. So after about 3.5 hours, no peeking, no nothing, no spritzing, no wrapping. Check the ribs and looking for between 195 and 203. And when you pick them up with tongs, there should be a little crack in the meat there. Let them sit for about 20 minutes, and then like a hot knife through butter. Autofocus doesn't quite catch just how juicy they are, but you can see it on the cutting board as well. Now I don't like a fall off the bone rib. The nice clean bite there. And I'll tell you what, absolutely fantastic. I hope you give them a shot. Thanks for watching.